Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Marketing Podcast, your source for all things marketing. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so I have Moez Khan on the line, and he's a digital marketing specialist over at Logical Position. Moez, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm excited to get into today's topic, so equating viability and marketing to prospect investments. But before we get into that, let's get into a little bit further on what you're doing over at Logical Position. First, tell us a little bit more about the company, please.
Sure, Adam. Logical Position is a end-to-end digital marketing agency. We tailor custom strategies to different businesses across different industries, service, e-com, and, give our most best, strategy to, improve their sales.
That's awesome. And what are the, just so that a lot of business owners, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of executives listening, what are the type of clients that are typically a good fit for Logical Position? Are there any particular niches or sizes, just if any?
Sure. No particular niche. We have Fortune 500 clients. Some of our flagship clients are very well known, have a lot of brand awareness. Just to name a few, Purdue University, Princeton University, 24 Hour Fitness, K2 Skis, Boston Lamb, the eye drops and, other sort of medical supplies, Greg Norman, the golf brand. So those are some of our larger international brands, but we work with businesses small and large.
Awesome. So you also take care of maybe the middle market and the small business owners also, different things for them?
Absolutely.
Awesome. So I want to, let's switch it up a bit, Moez. I want to get a little bit more into today's topic. So equating viability and marketing to prospect investments. I mean, big topic. Where do you want to start with that one?
Sure. I'd like to start with viability. I think, with any business, you kind of want to have done enough research into the market. You want to understand, what type of market share that you could potentially, reach and, obtain their business. So, with that, Adam, I think everybody has to sort of know which avenue is going to probably be the best for them to reach a potential customer. Now, if I'm talking about an e-commerce business, of course, you have a much wider, demographic. If you're a U.S.-based company, you can target the entire United States to purchase your products online. If we're talking about a service-based industry, obviously lawyers, doctors, any sort of accounting services, any sort of healthcare services, you're really looking at a specific niche and within a specific area, and knowing your competitors, knowing if there's 5 to 10 competitors in the same zip code, of course you have to know what it's going to take to be competitive. So having differentiators as a part of your services or your products, and building value, from that basis.
So I know this is going to vary, by the way, from company to company, size of the company, right? How long they've been in business. I mean, a lot of variables there, but I do know that oftentimes, themes arise. So that being said, what are some of the mistakes some of the common mistakes or themes that you've seen arise when businesses fail in trying to execute the strategy you mentioned?
Yeah, sure. So one of the metrics that we sort of use to analyze this is on the Google platform. When you look at search terms and keywords for a typical end user, what we see is in typical campaigns or ads run is a search impression share. So what your percentage of the market you sort of grab within a typical keyword level of searches. On that topic, I think you definitely want to have an idea of what a typical consumer would be looking for online. Since online marketing is sort of the more go-to nowadays versus conventional marketing. Radio, print ads are not as effective as they used to be. Of course, digital marketing is definitely taking most of the marketing industry now. And I think just kind of understanding what a typical consumer does. If it's searching Instagram and using remarketing ads to reach them via Instagram or Facebook, or if it's someone just using the Google platform or Microsoft platforms. Nowadays Amazon is huge, and Amazon is now coming out with their own ads platform. So potentially if you see your product on Amazon or even potentially service that's related to a product, you essentially want to know where you could reach a potential customer.
No, it makes so much sense. And that whole Amazon thing you mentioned, to me, I was like, wow. So Amazon is basically like the Google of e-commerce, right? Just the volume they do.
Sure, absolutely. A lot of e-com companies find themselves competing just directly with Amazon, and they, of course, have their own product lines. So very competitive space.
Yeah. So, Moez, if somebody's listening to this and they want more information on a logical position or to connect, what's the best way for them to reach out?
Yeah, absolutely. I would direct their attention to logicalposition.com. Lots of great info on our site. If you go to our resources tab, we have a blog that you can subscribe to, as well as an education resource tab. A lot of free ebooks, strategies that we've implemented that have worked across industries. So really good resource for any business owner across industries, e-com, service-based industries. And feel free to request a complimentary digital presence review. It'll be the link that says free Google Ads review. Within that, we take a look at search engine optimization rankings, where companies lie versus their competitors. We look into a Google Ads account and dive into any campaigns that they may currently have running or have run, and sort of suggest areas of opportunities, optimizations that they can make to improve ROI metrics. And then also any sort of, paid social ads that they're running, definitely have some expertise in the Facebook marketing space as well.
Awesome. Well, hey, Moez, great having you on the show today. Appreciate all the value added to the listeners, and that being said, thank you. And to everybody listening, that if you got a lot of value out of this, don't forget, subscribe to the podcast. Leave me a review on the Apple iTunes store. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Marketing, definitely give that a like there, and leave us some comments on the video section. Love to know what kind of things you're working on, and keep the conversation going in the YouTube community. And Moez, thanks again for coming on the show.